Okay, this is 4 problems of the linear inequalities. So we do the same steps that we did on solving equations. These 4 right here. Okay, well, they're not 4, there's a little bit more than 4. First thing you want to do is look for parentheses. If you see parentheses, you're going to use the distributive property. So an example of distributive property is 2 times x plus 4. You distribute the 2, so it's 2x plus 8. Next step is combine like terms. Then, if you want to get rid of fractions, you multiply by the denominator if the denominator is the same in all of the fractions. Then letters to the left, numbers to the right, and you divide. Okay, so those are the steps we're going to follow. So we're going to take a look at these inequalities. Number 5. Right, very first thing, there's no parentheses. We don't have to worry about combining like terms. My letter is here to the left, so I'm going to numbers to the right. And the way you move the numbers to the right is by adding or subtracting. Here, since this is a positive 4, we're going to subtract. So you get 2x is greater than or equal to 20. Divides the last step. Remember, when you're doing inequalities, the one thing you have to worry about is if you divide or multiply by a negative. Divide or multiply by a negative, flip inequality. Okay, everything else works the same as the equations above. Okay, so divide or multiply by a negative, flip the inequality. Okay, so here I'm dividing by a positive, so I don't have to worry about that. I'm just going to bring my inequality down, and I get x is greater than or equal to 10. That right there is my answer, so I'm going to come over here to graph it. Remember, if you have a greater than or a less than, those are open dots. If you've got a greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, those are solid or closed dots. Okay, so if you have to draw the line underneath the inequality, then it's a solid dot. Okay, so we come over here, you put 0, 10 is out here somewhere, solid dot. It's a greater than, so you're going to shade everything greater than that 10. Right? That means you want all numbers, or your solution is all numbers greater than 10 and includes 10. So the solid dot means that it includes it in your solution set. Okay, here we go. We're going to look at number 6. Okay, no parentheses, no combined like terms. My letter's to the left, so I'm going to do the numbers to the right. Okay, so I get negative 7x is greater than or equal to. This right here looks like a negative 63 when I put it together. I'm going to divide by a negative 7. All right, since you're dividing by a negative 7, you're going to ding, 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 flip that thing because you're dividing by a negative. Okay, that right there turns out to be an x by itself. Right here, it's a 9. This is my answer here, so I'm going to go ahead, draw a 0. 9 is out here somewhere. Again, it's a solid dot because you've got a line under it. That means to include 9 as one of your answers. And then less than is pointing in this direction right there. It looks just like a less than sign. So all of these numbers over here to the left, less thans go to the left, greater than goes to the right. Okay, come over here, number 7. Okay, this time we have a compound inequality. We've got 2 inequalities right here. Okay, so we need to go ahead and solve from the middle out. Right, first thing you're going to do is add or subtract. This is a positive 9, so we're going to subtract 9. Subtract 9 from this side and this side. When you're doing it and that's what these are, and you have to subtract add, multiply, and divide from 3 parts. The left side is -10. Bring down your inequalities. You've got your n in the middle by itself, and that's our goal. And then 17 minus 9 is an 8. This right here, you're done. The way you know you're done is because you've got your variable by itself in the middle. So when I'm graphing this, I'm going to come over here, put my -10 on that side. It's going to be an open dot because the inequality less than does not have the equal to underneath. And then 8 is over here somewhere on the right side. It also has just a less than, so it's going to be an open dot. What this means here is all numbers in between -10 and 8, and don't include -10 or 8. So in between is drawn like this. Ands come together. It's all the numbers in between the two numbers. Okay, number 8. All right, again, this is an and. All right, so what we're going to do is, you know it's an and because there's 2 inequalities here. So we're going to work from the middle out. So you're going to subtract 6. Okay, 3 places. So this gives me a -56 less than 7k less than or equal to, this over here is a -14. Okay, we're going to divide by 7. And over here you get a -8 is less than k, which is less than or equal to a -2. Okay, this right here is my and, it's my answer. It says all numbers between -8 and -2. Don't include the -8 because there's not a line underneath it. Include the -2 because there is a line under the inequality. Right, let's graph it. Put your -8 over here. It's going to be an open dot. Put your -2. It's going to be a solid dot. And you're going to connect the two. So it's all numbers in between.